Greetings everyone, Joseph James here of SchoolTrade.com. Today was February 2nd, 2010. Here's your live trade room recap. Before we talk about the trades we took today, guys, let's take a look at some three important links here. Guys, if you're watching this video on the YouTube page right now, there's going to be three links. The first link, we record our live trade room sessions every day. At the end of the week, we post the sessions on our blog. That's the first link. Second link is our 12-month track record. You can see, of course, how we've done over the past 12 months, good times and in bad. And, of course, the third link, that's to sign up for our free 3-week trials. Come on, join us for 3 weeks, absolutely free, and that's your third link. So, guys, in the YouTube page video, in the description, three important links. Make sure you guys are aware of that. 2, 4, 5 total trades today. Today was a challenging day. Okay, today was probably the most challenging day we've seen all year of 2010. Able to get, let's see, 26 ticks, 270 USD out of it, guys. We'll take a look at it. Just shy of that 10,000 mark here for the year of 2010. So we had a huge month of January, having a great month of February. Make sure you guys come out and join us tomorrow. We'll keep you guys posted. Now, what's the most important that happened today? This morning, when we woke up, what did we see? We saw a pretty slow day. Red pace of the tape, flat trigger lines, didn't see very much big money in the market. Now, we also knew today we had a couple political figures speaking, right? We knew we had Mr. Geithner, the Treasury Secretary here in the U.S., was in front of Congress all week this week. And we also had a non-farm payroll number coming up on Friday. So we knew that there was some things, of course, happening in the public eye today. And then in the future, there was a couple big important news events that may have had an effect on people jumping into the market a little bit late this week. Slow days are going to happen. We're not going to have big winning days sometimes. Sometimes we'll open the market up and nothing's going on. Knowledge is power, right? You've got to know what to look for. How do I identify the day ahead? This morning, we looked at flat trigger lines, red pace of the tape, and the big money was missing in the market. What caused this? What do we know in the future that may be causing these flat trigger lines, no big money in the market, red pace of the tape, right? What might be causing this? We had Obama yesterday. Geithner today and tomorrow. So look for political figures speaking. Now, we will prep for the day ahead at the end of this video. You're going to want to make sure you watch that because when we prep for the day ahead, we're going to talk about what's coming up tomorrow. So you'll be available, ready, willing, and able to participate knowing this information is coming up. We also know we have a non-farm payroll number on Friday, a quarterly report from the end of 2009. So we have a non-farm payroll on Friday. A couple big political figures speaking today. So the causes of this are very easy to see. But guys, once again, I want to remind you guys, slow days are going to happen. What's the best way to handle a slow day? Make sure you identify it up front. We know ahead of time this is going to be a slow day. Then we can adjust our style of trading accordingly. Aggressive with our defense, tighten up those stops, take that money, and go to the bank. In and out, follow our rules, and always keep swinging right at those high percentage patterns because eventually they will start lining up and making you some pretty big home run trades. 5 total trades here. First on the crude, 940 here. Now, guys, get the high of day overhead here. Short-term trend here is to the upside, right? Bounces off this high of day here. Looking for that 2-step short, that counter trend trade pattern here. 940 was the entry time, guys. A 2-step pattern short. Entry was at 23s. A lot of very choppy price action here. Swing lows 24. Got filled at 23s after we saw those big sellers jump in, 24s, 23s, momentum pointing down, increasing speed of the tape. What happened, guys, though, was that once we got into this trade, remember, guys, I'm aggressive with my entries. I've got to be aggressive with my exits as well. So I'm looking at the price action. I see momentum now, instead of pointing down, right, momentum now begins to curl back up, and all of a sudden, I've got red pace of the tape, where we had yellow before. Momentum is now curled against me. So I'm in a trade short, and now the market begins to tell me, boy, the buyers are stepping in now, and I might be in the wrong side of this market. So what do? Move my stop down from 6 ticks back to entry -1. Once I see the momentum curl, red pace of the tape, that will get me out of this trade. Now, this one, of course, was a couple ticks in the green at this time, came right back up and stopped us out in this kind of choppy area here. All right, but as you can see, though, guys, we follow our rules. Our rules, right? Our rules get us in. Our rules then, of course, get us out. First of the day, making us a little bit of money, right? Got our 12 ticks out of it. But I wanted you guys to know, of course, how we reacted to that move. Get in. We realize, oh boy, we may have made the wrong decision. Momentum curls, red pace of a tape. We're on the defense. Now, fortunately, we were able to get our +4, +2 out of this for, of course, 12 ticks or 120 USD. But I want you guys to see what I'm looking at once I get into a trade. Got to know how to get into a trade, but then got to also know what to get out of a trade. And this, of course, combining that with trade management is going to be a key to your long-term success, guys. So next up here on gold, about a half an hour, 45 minutes later here, now after the U.S. Open at 9:30, we're now looking at a short-term trend up. Now, guys, this is a simple GC NYMEX gold here. Short-term trend up. I can tell that by looking at my trigger line here. Nice steep slope to it. We break above the 13.5 level, automatically located for me in my charts. We mark up our swing high here. We break above that swing high, enter here at 14.2 at 1026. A breaker pattern long, so trend continuation pattern, going with the buyers here to the upside. Now, in this case, guys, this is a scratch trade. Now, you're going to see a pattern of this, guys, throughout the entire day here. Lots of 5-second rules. What's the 5-second rule? It says if I don't see price going in my direction, right, I count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move stop to entry +1, of course. Now, this one, of course, didn't get us that +1. Move to entry +1, but we got to fill it scratch. So we got to fill at the 14.2. So move stop to entry. Once we see this price is not going anywhere, we count down 5 seconds, right? That's the 5-second rule. In other words, if this price is not jumping to the upside, guys, I'm not going to stick around to wait and find out. Okay, the longer it takes, the more risk involved. After 5 seconds, if we're not seeing any movement, I have my stop up. There's our second trade here, guys, on gold. And, of course, a scratch trade there on gold. Next up on euro. 20 minutes later, 1045, another two-step. You're going to see these guys all day today. Short-term trend up. We have our high of day up here. We, of course, are always expecting at the high of day to see that bounce. So, of course, we're looking at lots of overhead resistance. Got a trend line up here. We have high of day up here. So, of course, we come up. We bounce off the highs, bounce off the trend line. We mark up our swing low. 1045 here on the euro, symbol 6E, two-step short, entries 39.53. Now, again, we had the 5-second rule. As you can see, things got a little bit slow right here, right? Kind of choppy right there. Didn't see that big drop we were hoping for. So what happens is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop to entry +1. We got the +1 times 4 contracts is 4 total ticks. Or, of course, this is wrong. On the euro, it's 12.50 per tick. So that's actually 50 USD instead of 40. But 4 ticks there on the euro. So we made 12 ticks on the crude. 4 more ticks here on the euro. Let's keep moving, guys. 2 more here today. Couple minutes later, guys, just about 4 minutes later, back on the crude, short-term trend is up. As you can see, we got this dotted blue line here, right? This dotted blue line, this is our high of day here, right? So the high of day overhead, lots of overhead resistance, right? High profile level, high of day. Short-term trend is up. I can tell that by looking at my trigger line. We then bounce off the high of day, mark up our swing low here, and then we're looking to bounce below that swing low. 1049, two-step short, 75.82 was the fill. We got our +4. Move stop down to entry -1. Got that entry at, I'm sorry, +1, excuse me. Okay, so entry +1, got the +4, +1, 10 ticks or 100 USD on the second to last trade of the day, guys. So final trade on crude, another 10 ticks. So you can see, guys, we're starting to slowly see these small winners here add up. And then we finished up here on gold this morning, guys, just after 11 o'clock. 11:17, guys, short-term trend down. Right, slope of the trigger line pointing down here. As you can see, we bounce off these lows here. We were looking for a breaker short, right? Looking for a breaker short down here, guys, below this 11.5 level. We never saw it, though. So what do we look for? Two-step long, right? Counter trend trade. So the bounce off these lows, and we're looking to get long. 13 was the swing high. Got kind of a lucky fill here. If you notice, there's a little doji here. This little hammer doji right there. Right, so we got filled that obviously at 13s when price came back down, so we were buying while sellers were entering the market. Again, didn't see any real movement here. So again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and your 5-second rule, move your stop up to entry +1, of course, lock out all that risk. Try to get some profit out of it, but you can see, guys, we got bounced out of this thing, guys, on this little doji here, right? Kind of got us in, got us out, all in one candlestick, and then it just jumped to the upside. But guys, that obviously is one of the byproducts of a low volume day. So a pretty slow day today here, guys. Add them all up, guys. Add them all up. 25 ticks, guys. 260 USD today. Let's prep for tomorrow. Wednesday, February 3rd, we have 8:15 ADP employment numbers, guys, tomorrow morning. So you want to be here for 8:15 tomorrow. 8:20 golden currencies. 9 o'clock crude oil opens up. 9:30 U.S. Open. We've got 10 o'clock ISM non-manufacturing day tomorrow, guys. 11 o'clock, we'll transition to lunchtime. At 11:30, we'll do a free webinar tomorrow. We didn't do it today, so we'll do it tomorrow. And, of course, we'll do members training shortly thereafter. All right, guys, let's recap. Want to remind you guys, our room opens up tomorrow morning, live trade room, live calls, 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time. We do free webinars on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're throwing one in tomorrow because we missed it today. Want to remind you guys also the beginner's course has all of information about our setups and our entry rules. And a big congratulations to all of our brand new members from January. If you guys missed out on the discounts, guys, don't worry. I think our sales team has a couple more discounts laying around, guys. Email them, sales@schooloftrade.com. My name is Joseph James. Hope the video helps. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye for now.